Hello, hello. Welcome to your Pilates session today. Today, this class is just going to be about some basic Pilates movement. Last time we did a nice Pilates fundamentals course, just going back to basics. And I just wanted to add on to that, bring back what we learned and apply it to these movements today. So we'll do a little bit more of a challenging class, and I hope you enjoy it. So all you need today is your mat and your body and some water if you haven't drank enough water today. So let's get started. We are going to start on our all fours. Okay, let me just put my timer on to make sure we stay on track. All right, so starting on your all fours, making sure that all your joints are stacked, meaning wrists, elbows, and shoulders are all in one line, and same for your hips and your knees. Good. From here, tuck your toes or untuck your toes and place it on the mat. Let's take an inhale and a big exhale, release through the mouth. Good. Let's start with some cat-cows. So inhale, I want you to drop that belly, open your chest to the front of your mat and gaze looks up. And then exhale, dynamically stretch the opposite way, creating a C curve with that spine, dropping your head, gaze is between your thighs. And then inhale, return back. Move through these two movements. Angry cat, happy cat. Good. Warming up that spine for some movement today. Good. Here for another 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Finding some stillness. Now I want you to drop your hips to one side and then the other. Good. And as you drop to one side, I want you to gaze to the back of your pelvis. Good. Another way of moving your spine. In Pilates, if you haven't noticed, we like to move our spine in all different directions. We give it the mobility to move sideways, forward, and back, and giving each vertebrae a little bit more mobility than it has before. Because as you age, okay, finding stillness now. As you age, if you don't use your mobility, you will lose it. And that's why a lot of us have body aches, back aches, you know, like just from doing nothing really. It's because we lose the ability to move it. Okay, from here, tuck your toes under. We are going to lift our knees off the ground to hover just over the mat. We're going to lift at ankle height. So finding some stability, both equal weight in both of your hands on the mat. Take an inhale. On the exhale, lift both knees to hover and then lower down. Hover, tap, hover, tap. Good. Really bring your abdominals in. Really warming up those shoulders. Don't forget to breathe through it. So inhale and exhale as you move. When something feels hard, just breathe through it. Good. Here for another 3, 2, 1. Lower down, sit back, shake out your hands. Good. We are coming down to supine now, and supine means lying down on your back. So finding a nice comfortable way to get down. We are going to lie down with our feet in like a butterfly diamond position, and your soles of your feet are together. We're going to come into some bridging here, and it's going to feel a little bit strange because our feet are not on the ground. We are going to do it this way for some hips. We're going to add some mobility, some stretching, give our pelvis area a little bit more flexibility. So when you're ready, you're going to inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to rock your pelvis up and then lift it up off the ground and coming back down. So actually, sorry, we should have started here. Normal bridges first to get that feeling. So if you want to join me now, both of the feet are placed on the ground, knees are bent. We're going to inhale, and then as you exhale, you're going to rock your pelvis towards you, lift your bum off the ground until your weight is in your shoulder girdle, and then place it back down, bone by bone. Good, keep going. I'm just going to check the sound here. All right. Do one more, and then we're gonna do that foot, the butterfly version. So inhaling and then exhaling, peel your spine off the ground, inhaling at the top and then exhale, place it back down like your spine is a string of pearls, bone by bone, coming back into neutral. Okay, so that's the basic movement of our spine. Now, I want us to do it in that original way that I said. And it's gonna feel a little bit more restricted, but it's gonna not only give our spine some strength, it's also gonna give our hips some flexibility. So when you're ready, take an inhale, press your feet together. Exhale, rock your pelvis towards your belly button and take your spine off the mat bone by bone until you're lifted off. Obviously, you're not going to go so high. Pressure between your feet, feeling the pressure. Your glutes turn on here. Your hands are supporting you. Inhaling at the top and then exhaling bone by bone. Come back down onto the mat, finding neutral. Good. Going again. Inhaling here. Exhaling, coming back up. Ooh, feeling your glutes open, your hips open towards the ceiling. And then exhale, coming back down. Good. Do that again one more time for me. Good, good, good. All right. When you're ready, meet me at the bottom. Good. We're going to come back up together in the same way. And this time we're going to hold it up. Okay, inhale. As you exhale, rock your pelvis towards you, bringing it up, holding it up here. From here, I want you to butterfly your knees up and down, up and down. Good. Making sure you're not putting too much pressure on your ankles, but holding it here, activating your whole lower body. Good. Release any tension you have on your neck. Lower it down a little bit if you feel like your neck has too much tension. You can lower your body down at any time if this feels too hard. Here for another 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bone by bone, coming back down. Knees to chest, roll from side to side. Good. From here now, we are going to have our legs in tabletop. So before we do that, finding your neutral spine, basically you're just lying organically onto the mat and your lower back has a tiny air pocket just under it, keeping it lifted or a sense of lift above the mat. When you're ready, one leg to tabletop and then the other. Good. Keeping neutral spine if that works. If this hurts your back, press your lower back into the mat, having an imprint of that mat instead of a neutral spine. So imprinting and bringing your legs closer will be harder. This keeping the joints stacked will be, this will be easier. This will be harder because of the load of your legs. All right, from here, take an inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to keep that 90-degree angle on this leg. You're going to lower it down towards the mat and then lift it back up. Good. Other side. So this isn't hard looking movements, but if you do it properly, it can feel really hard on those abdominals. So trying to make sure you're keeping that trunk as still as possible as you lower that leg towards the mat. You're not necessarily tapping the mat. You're only going as low as you can maintain that neutral spine. Good. Here for another 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Making sure you're even both sides. Good. Knees to chest. Coming back down, coming back to that start position. This time, your knees and your feet are going to be stuck together. We're going to do a double leg move of this, except we're going to do a little swivel. So legs are stuck together in tabletop. You're going to swivel your knees towards one side. Then you're going to arc towards the ground. You might not go as far. Look, I don't go as far because that's as far as I can maintain neutral. Good. Swivel to the other side, lower down, swivel, and lower. So for me, it's just tiny, tiny movements, and I can feel the weight of my legs on my deep abdominals already. Little movements should feel quite hard here. Good. If it gets too hard, you can bring your knees into your chest at any time And you can do this with an imprint of that spine. Good, which is pressing your lower back onto that mat. Good, here for another 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, make sure you're even both sides. Good, knees to chest. Roll from side to side. Good. Coming into some chest lifts now. Legs can come into a bench position, having your spine neutral. Cradle your head in your hands. Your elbows should be in your peripheral vision. Inhaling here, and then as you exhale, coming into your first chest lift, then lower down. Good. With each lift, I want you to come a little bit higher each time, finding a little quiver when you come up to the very top. Maybe you're coming up higher at each time. Good. Inhaling and exhaling as you come down. Inhaling at the bottom, exhaling to come up, inhaling to pause, and exhaling to come down. Good. If you want a challenge, you can do this with legs in tabletop. Legs and ankles can be glued together. Good. Give me 3 more wherever you are. 3, 2, and 1. On your last one, I want you to hold it up, whether your legs are down or at tabletop, hold it here. And I want you to pulse, pulse, pulse. Try not to put too much tension on that neck, having the movement come from your abdominals. Here for another count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower back down. Okay, let's do some side work. From here, your feet can be either in tabletop or extended. Extended will be a little bit harder. Good. I'm going to come and do the tabletop position first, and then I will show you how to do the extended version. To start, legs can be, cradle your head in your hands and legs come into position. When you're ready, inhaling, then as you exhale, you're going to reach the opposite hand to one side, outside the knee, coming back down all the way, and then the other. Good. Breathing. Don't forget to breathe. When it feels hard, concentrate on that breath. Good. This is the bent leg variation. If you're doing straight leg, looks like this. Good. Making sure your abdominals are doing all the work. No tension in that neck. At any time, you can take a rest. Staying with me here for another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Legs can come down, soles of the feet rest together, and I want you to just roll from side to side, feeling gravity bring your knees closer to the ground, opening your hips a little bit more. Sorry about that. There you are. Okay. From here, I want you to roll onto one side. Good. Let's do some inner thigh work. So top of the leg is bent, bottom leg is extended, and your head can just rest on that bottom hand. Let me just adjust my earphone and microphone. That's it. And we are going to bring attention to our inner thighs. So hand is in front of you for stability. That leg is nice and firm on that mat. Pointing your toes on the bottom leg. I want you to lift as high as you can and lower, but not all the way down. Lifting and lowering. Good. I might just change ear positions. Good. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. When you lower, try not to touch the ground. We are activating that inner thigh. And why we do so much inner thigh work in Pilates is to support our pelvic floor. So our inner thighs are connected. Obviously, the whole body is connected. All the movements that we do, an injury in one place can relate or cause an injury in another place, tightness, tension, whatever. And inner thighs are so deeply connected to our pelvic floor. So especially for women, this is very important to keep strong, especially if you've had babies. And this is not to underestimate the pelvic floor of males. Males need pelvic floor attention as well. Good. Last one. Now this one, keep it up. I want you to start drawing circles with that big toe. Almost like you're trying to draw circles in the wall, That's just 1 inch too far. So you're really lengthening and pushing. Good. 3 more circles here. 3, 2, 1. Good. Reverse directions. Good. Good. Let's do 3 more from here. 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Hold. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Good. Here for another count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release back down. Whew. Let's do a quick stretch here. From here, cradle your head in your hands. Actually, don't cradle your head. I want this hand long. We're going to do some arm circles. So resting your head on that bottom hand. That bottom hand is bent. That top hand can stay long in front of you. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, round that arm to go up above your head, drawing a big circle around your body. So let your body fall to the other side to stretch out that shoulder, and then just follow the movement with your hand. Good. This should feel good, especially if you have tight shoulders. Good. Let's do one more direction, and then we're going to switch directions. Good. Switch directions here. Good. So it's not going to be uncommon to have one side tighter than the other. If that's the case, you would just hold or do a little bit more reps on the tighter side just to feel like you're evening out. Okay, one more time. Nice. Good. Finding stillness now. Okay, before we do the other side, let's do a quick back extension. So just roll onto your back. And I just want you to have a sense that your hip bones are digging into that mat and your feet are hip distance apart. Good. From here, your head is hovering just above the mat and your hands are resting just under your armpits. When you're ready, you're going to inhale. And then as you exhale, feeling your elbow shoot back towards your back, towards the back of the mat. I want you to feel that opposition as you lift your upper body up and then lower it back down. Good. So as you breathe, you're moving with your breath. So inhale, shoot those elbows back as the opposition movement lifts that upper body up. So almost like a seesaw with your shoulders and your back. Good. Digging your hips into that mat makes you less likely to hinge at your back. So maybe you're lifting up a little bit higher each time. Maybe you're not. You just lift up as high as it feels good today. Maybe you're lifting all the way up, lifting pelvis off the ground even. Just lift up for as high as your back allows you today. Good. One more time. Good. Lower back down. This time I want you to shoot your hands back. So your palms are facing your hips, and I don't want noodle arms. Your fingers are stretching all the way to the back of the room. From here, take an inhale and a big exhale. With the next inhale, your fingers then shoot to the back of the mat, and the opposition forces lift that upper body up. Good. And then back down, keeping your hands energized and activated, lifting and lowering. Good. Try to lift up a bit higher each time. Good. One more time. Good. In the next one, I want you to hold your arms up, and I want to pulse. Pulse those triceps up towards the ceiling. Good. Here for a count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Resting back down. Push your body up, off into a rest position of a child's pose, just to release any tension that that movement has caused. Whew, that should feel good. Okay, let's do the other side, the inner thigh. Okay, so top leg is resting and that bottom leg is active. Good, start to move, lifting and lowering. Good. So far this class, we've really worked some core, and we've also really worked some inner thighs. Hold on, I think my mic is very low battery, so if my sound goes out, I will fix it later. Good. Lifting and lowering. Good. Breathing through it, lifting your leg a little bit higher each time. Good work. Inhale and exhale. Good. Here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 circles. So again, that wall is just an inch too far, so you're really reaching to draw those circles. Breathing through it, feeling your inner thighs really work. Some of you might have never had work your inner thighs before, so this might feel hard. You might be limping a bit tomorrow, but I promise you this is good for your overall pelvic health. Okay, switching directions now. Almost there. Inhaling and exhaling. Here for another count of 3, 2, 1. Good, keep it lifted and pulsing up to the ceiling, lifting it higher each time for a count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower back down. Good. All right, from here, coming to your back, lying on your back, we are going to do some spine articulation, roll-ups, and working on some more core. Good. So when you're ready, grabbing the back of your legs, we're going to do that same seesaw movement coming up. Inhaling here, exhale, chin to chest. Feet are made of cement, rolling back up. Good. Lengthening. Inhaling, tuck your pelvis under, coming back down to lying down, start position. Good. Think of yourself as like a little ball or a seesaw. You're rolling back down, rolling up. Good. If that feels good, you can try to do it without your hands, if you can. So hands then just come above you. Nice. So you can stay with any variation you like. If this feels good and you want to challenge yourself even more, try to balance in like a teaser boat position when you get up. And then rolling back down. Good. Keep going. If you like that, you can always hold the back of your knees here and still balance. Play around with the movements, because all of these movements are good for your spine and good for your deep core muscles and all the muscles that support that spine. Good. Especially sitting at your desk all day, your spine probably doesn't get too much movement. So this will feel so super good. Good. One last time, we're going to hold it up. Holding it up here for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back down, lengthening that spine. Good. From here, I want you to flip your body over. We're going to come into a pike position. So in pike, lifting one heel off the ground at a time. Good. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finding stillness from here. I want you to lift both heels up and then lower down. Good. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. So your whole body is almost moving. Shoulders are almost on top of wrists as you lift your heels. Each time you lift a little bit higher each time. Good. Here for another count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Knees down. Quick rest in child's pose. We will do that again, this time in a plank position. So coming up, finding your plank. Good. Make sure your hips are in line with your body. We're going to do that double leg lift. So heel raises in a plank position. Good. This is your finisher. We are done after this. Here for another count of 5. This should feel hard. 4, 3, 2, 1. Finding your pike, finding your footing, walking your hands to your feet, finding a ragdoll position. Drape your upper body over your lower body. Release any neck and hand tension, making gravity really do its job. Feeling your head pull towards the ground, creating some space in between your spinal vertebrae. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to articulate that body up, bone by bone, restacking, rebuilding your body to standing. Head and neck is last to come up. Roll those shoulders back. Good. From here, little side stretch to one side. Good. And then the other. Good. Interlace your hands behind you. Open your chest towards the ceiling. Good. Release, interlace in front of you. Secure up that spine. Take an inhale and release. Good work. You are done for today. That was a quick fundamental Pilates blitz, introducing you to a little bit more advanced or intermediate moves to the practice. And I kept it short today, 25 minutes. So hopefully you enjoyed that. And I will see you next time. Bye.